want to do that, especially the Westerosi knights who didn't try to protect women and such. They weren't really ready for that kind of combat.
It's also counterintuitive to murder everyone.
Yeah.
You want to rule.
Your population tends to slide a bit.
He says, well, anyway, they're raiders, and they've come into our lands multiple times, retreating here when they need to rest by one of the well springs. We're supposed to capture some of them. And I don't know if you know why, but it's supposedly important for tomorrow's discussion.
Mm-hmm. Dessem sighs slightly, looking down at Bree.
If she can't move, though, maybe she should stay here?
Bree says, no, I don't think I'm staying here. Like, were their eyes closed, like her face, like, looking up at the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I can technically move. Thank you, Rosette.
Just, actually, and she'll sort of go over and ask you to, like, try to bend your arm or twist your shoulder or turn your neck and stuff and ask you how that feels and such.
Bree will be very evocative in her excruciating pain, like, description of how she feels right now, with after an injury and a wound.
Uh-huh.
I think you described God as the snake having bitten her in the neck.
Yeah, right by the collarbone.
So there you go.
Yeah,
It's a very painful area. Very painful.
I personally don't know what being bit by a cobra in the neck by the collarbone feels like, but I'm sure Bree has
well, yeah, it's excruciatingly painful, and certainly a frown at the description and try to do her best stuff. I mean, this is she clearly isn't very well trained in it, but she certainly is better than any of you in the art of knowledge of healing and taking care of things. Probably a product of living in this area where that's kind of necessary, especially if you travel around doing shit. Yeah, but that's what she'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
She'll say they will have better armor than the others, the ones we need to capture. They might surrender if we just hurt them enough, but don't kill them.
Mm-hmm. First time, I'm not going to kill anything. Sure, let's go and take out the...
She'll drag it an extra hour,
don't kill
basically.
So, I'm not, like... I'm not fighting
Your
the guys
vicious
we need
weapon.
to capture?
You're going to have to use a different weapon, like a spear.
Fucking spear, goddammit.
You have
Either that or, I mean...
You don't have the spear that Nima brought, but...
I mean, like, speaking from, like, one player to another, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I just did. And look how that turned out.
Yeah.
You know...
We'll see how it goes. I mean, Alaric will take a spear for sure.
Just try not to give the supposed lord, like, the heir of the house, like, blindness. Like, if you could do that, that'd be pretty cool.
I didn't give him it. It was the snake that did. I finished the fucking snake.
You do realize that this is now, like, firmly entrenched, like, Laenys, like, behind, like, a stone wall that you cannot siege, right? He just got blinded by a snake. He's never, like, recovering from this shit.
He almost lost his ability to see.
Where was his knight protector to help him?
I mean, that would kind of ruin your stewardship.
That would affect it, for sure.
How am I going to steward? Yeah, how am I going to steward when I can't, like...
Read the words in
it. Man, I hope all these things are written in Braille. Because Westeros is so, like, handicap-friendly.
Oh, no, not at all. Maybe that would make your father love you. Wait, probably not. Well, yeah, Percival, after the 4 hours, dragging a little bit, she will sort of probably ask Nima, though she doesn't really know your name because she hasn't been formally introduced to you. So I'll just ask you to probably be in the front. Say we should try to approach stealthily, but most of them will just be waking up for their nightly trek back to the way, so they probably won't be too alert. They don't expect anything to happen here. No one but us could find them.
Okay, lead the way.
She will begin to lead the way. I'll just leave the snakes here for now.
My snakes.
Oh! Way up here. Well, you'll get to be on the ridge.
Yeah.
Finally.
Moving up in the world, literally.
Too bad no one has a bow.
Nope.
Actually, I do.
Well,
have a what?
congratulations.
I have a bow. I just not trained in marksmanship very much.
I can coach you, as it turns out.
At least you're not blind.
That is true.
Yet. That's when we find the snakes hiding on the ridge.
Yeah, the snake fucking bites Laenys and he goes permanently blind.
It has followed us, it's true.
So,
it finds
that's
you.
my destiny point, Malachi.
It turned
the
out
big
that
ones.
snake adopted a little boar, and that boar's...
Aww.
The snake adopted a boar? What kind of anthropomorphic bullshit is this?
It's Dawn, you don't know.
Now they're friends.
You know, Halldamir, you're factually correct. I don't know.
Exactly.
Beats me.
It's a Winnie the Pooh Dorn edition. It's all vipers and tarantulas and shadow cats.
Where's
No
Tigger?
Tigger in sight.
Tigger is the shadow cat, you know? He's dark, brooding Tigger.
Dark and brooding Tigger. Who's Winnie
In the
Pooh?
grim dark
Bears?
reality.
The grim
They
dark
haven't currently seen you, it seems.
Well, those night alright.
Joven.
Sure.
This individual is the most heavily armored. This one is not very well armored, but he certainly is better armored than the other general people. Although this guy also kind of rivals him. He has a helmet on, though, and doesn't seem special, so... that guy. He is wielding a halberd, fairly well a long-shafted halberd. These guys are wielding spears. Joven here is also wielding a halberd, and Corin, it seems, has a longbow on his back. These two guys up here have much less fancy, seemingly hunting bows. None of them have noticed you as them at the moment, as they seem to be going around packing, picking up stuff and whatnot. None of them have drawn their weapons either.
Well,
This is like, oh
we have a
God.
signal from...
I have a question. My apologies, God, if you just described this. Is the heraldry of House Will, like, visible?
Yes, as a matter of fact. It's a banner that's sort of in the middle, although it doesn't seem to be, like... It's not a big one. It seems to more be the kind of thing you would have if you were walking on foot to show who you were. Basically, it's like an identification card.
Okay.
Generally, you wouldn't take it out. Probably they don't carry it with them if they do raiding, if they really do that. I mean, they look like the kind of people who would.
Okay.
But they wouldn't generally carry that with them. They seem to feel pretty secure here.
Okay. That's,
You can also, when you come from here, from the direction here, looking from afar, basically there's a flat terrain,
Okay.
and you looking forward from just like, off the map, you wouldn't be able to see that there's this rift down in the terrain at all.
Okay.
So even looking from a far distance, you would not even notice that there is any
All right.
people.
The visible heraldry is something I needed to know for
Yeah.
for my
Sure,
character.
you can recognize that.
Okay.
Well, do we have any signal that the other group is in position?
You don't see anyone, but maybe it would defeat the point that if you did.
I mean, Alaric wouldn't have a problem fighting most of these,
I'm sure you wouldn't.
so...
Just-
Sort of looks to Alaric, seeming to consider him the most battle-capable monster of everyone, wearing like full plate and tower shield and great sword.
Certainly true.
I dislike this monster descriptor.
And she will sort of move a little bit, sort of quiet.
Just
She seems to not really be super stealthy, but she doesn't seem to have to be right now. She'll move sort of behind him a little bit.
Well,
Basically, that she's waiting for her to move.
How
let's
far will we get basically with like before we can like charge them.
Before
Easily?
Clankfest.
Well, how quick are you?
Yes.
Basically.
Charge, I can go ahead and push the button there. It's double your movement, so twice your movement away. If you had a destiny point to spend, that would give you an extra lesser action that you could use to
this
take
sort
your
of ruffled
movement.
up area here will be difficult and count as twice movement when we throw.
So in essence, you're going to have to get really close in
I'm
order
gonna
to
have to
charge.
get
If
really
you are
close to
standing
you.
on it though and fighting someone who isn't, then you get the higher ground, which is I think one extra.
We are gonna need a lot of rounds to get close in that case.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of rounds at least to get
How-
off this.
How fast
Do
are
they
you?
have arrows?
In this terrain, sprinting, I move at I think it's round down, so 3.
3,
Yeah, that's down to my
One.
movement basically.
2,
Well, it has a lot of bulk, you know.
Yeah, the
3,
bulk affects me a lot.
5.
Go
Well,
shield
we
away
need
from
7 rounds and change to get into combat.
Yeah.
Would putting a shield away speed you up?
He would still be holding it. He'd have to drop it.
Yeah, and my combat defense would plummet as well. So.
That's a +6 to combat defense, I think.
Yep.
Well, perhaps we can get a bit closer before they notice us.
Yeah, I'll basically
Ah,
need
sure.
to try and get as close as I can before.
Try to be stealthy, certainly.
Well, as it
You
turns
take
out
like
there.
your armor rating, armor penalty to as a penalty of that, but see here.
I mean, I'm basically working with the die.
Yeah, you take that as a penalty to all agility tests.
Right. And stealth tests, I imagine that's very well applies as like a situational modifier in that case. Like it makes sense that your super heavy armor would prohibit you from being stealthy. The stealth check.
The difficult terrain certainly doesn't do it favors either, but yeah. They are not prepared right now. They don't have their weapons on them. Well, some of them don't, and they just seem to be taking it.
Honestly, you might be better off rather than you trying to sneak, just giving like, the one person who has the ranged weapon the surprise round getting a +1 die, on like a marksmanship test.
I mean,
Yeah,
Is it just
that might
one,
as well
is it
be a
plus
thing.
one die?
And then the ambusher like severely wounds fucking Laenys, and
And
then,
I
You
can
can take cover up here. Say.
I can assist as well. That would give you another bonus to your
they would
die
give
roll.
him a flat +1.
I mean, if you can shoot
Or
those
whatever,
ambushers, then if these guys come towards me, I can deal with them. If they come towards me.
What if they just they might not like, oh wow, that sounds
What say
stupid.
GTFO?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope the others are in position because we're really not in a
No,
good
this isn't
position
great.
to like ambush these people from up here. It's like so far away.
Like, are any actually looking at the ridges, or are they looking like down the paths? Or
No, they just seem to be looking at their stuff that they're picking up.
right, okay.
They're packing, basically preparing to go leave this place.
So it's more.
They're not observing you at all. Yeah, there's no one on watch. They seem to be completely assured that there's nothing going on here. They're in safe waters, basically.
Alright,
I
could
would.
I-
They're
in an
acting
ambush,
as if they were home.
In an ambush, I would shoot the guy with the big bow. See if we could cripple him to not be as deadly with that thing.
Could I possibly
Which one is
use?
the big bow?
I forget which one. If it was
Corin.
Joven or Corin.
I mean, like, should you defeat them, Dark, you don't have to choose to kill them. Like, you're not vicious with the bow, so
You can choose to maim them, or
Can
pretty
I,
much they'll be defeated and ineffective in combat. So that counts as like taking a prisoner, essentially.
Could I use Alaric's tactical knowledge to know where, like, how far he would dare to push forward before going for the ambush?
you would be at risk of being heard as soon as you begin trampling down the cliff, basically here, like a slope. Generally, you would want to position
Yeah,
like
I probably
firing
not-
people on the ridge and then shoot down at them. If not, then maybe just while they're unexpectedly, you can move down, or maybe even like you could try like calling to them and talk to them, and then stab them through the throat while talking to them. Certainly, also a little more
Right.
devious.
That's
but,
right. You could attempt to parlay or in the process of parlaying.
Not really knightly to do, but and they might take the weapons up and whatnot. But
I mean, they're
you could get
Dornish,
close
so
without. Yeah.
There's no one around who will say bad things about your knightly deeds. No one here who dislikes you at all.
Ah,
You can trust the Wyvernwood.
yeah, clearly. Alright, well, shoot him in the face.
I suppose I'll.
And then...
Yeah, I suppose I'll draw my hunting bow.
Right. I mean, you can say when you want to engage combat. We can do our things.
Does Nima want to try to sneak down? Because she's pretty decent at sneaking.
Sneaky.
I'm only
Pretty
decent.
agile, I think. But
Yeah, agile.
it's
true.
a stealth check.
Well, is stealth part of agility or is it part of thievery?
It's a stealth.
It's
It has
its
its
own.
own thing.
Yeah.
Stealth,
I only-
sneak.
Okay, then
I have 3 in stealth.
Nah,
It's
I mean,
better than anyone else.
it's better than
Well,
It is higher than everyone else, and they're not looking.
It's not higher than everyone else.
Bree is better.
No, I also have 3 stealth, but I have a penalty die, so you are technically better
Oh,
right now.
I didn't know you had.
Yeah, I only
it's
have
a
3.
wound. Yeah, that does it.
Yep, yeah, I have a wound, as well as an injury.
Rosette is also a little bit sneaky, but she's wearing armor that's a little heavier. Being on higher
die.
ground, yeah, I think it's a bonus die.
a proper die.
A bonus
No,
die. I think.
it's bonus die, as in,
Instead of a test die.
test die, rather.
You know, it's important to know. It's important to try and work this out. I'm not the best with a bow, but the point is I have a bow, so you know I could try.
Yes, a +1 bone. Higher ground does not affect marksmanship tests.
Nope,
Okay.
just read that.
So you just get the advantage of surprise and just get the flat 1 test die from that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not very likely to hit them. I hope you understand. Unless you guys are all aiding me, but so I mean,
I mean, you get a
Everyone.
+1 from me.
Yeah, I thought Dessem was aiding. So.
Several prepare to move down, following Alaric.
Yeah, horrible.
That's
I
going
mean,
to take a while.
It is.
Well, Nima will flank with her, but be quicker about it than Alaric.
does Bree plan to go down at first?
No.
Whenever we go into combat, I'll do a will test to see whether she's moving or not. I asked
Okay.
whether House Will's symbolism was visible to determine what Bree would do.
Okay.
She would recognize it as the same sort of banner she would have seen if she was captured.
Okay, that's definitely what I was using to determine what she would do.
Easily concealable, basically. All right. Well, you can take your free shot then at someone if you want.
I can try. I mean, we're probably going to get discovered, especially with Alaric anyway.
I'm gonna allow you
Jumping,
to
so-
take cover up here if you want.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
behind
don't
the
mind,
hedges
I'm
and
really
things,
not
you
very
get
good at
plus
it,
5
but
combat
might as well try.
defense for attacks made
Yeah.
outside of that cover.
See, if you have a destiny point to spend, you can like double
Yep.
that.
Yes, please.
Bonus.
I'm going to be
Want
in
to do
cover.
that? To have super awesome cover?
No, I don't have anything to spend.
No, but Laenys could activate that. I'd say that's a fine use.
You know, super powerful cover up here.
Yeah, that'd be plus 10 combat defense.
I happen to have 1 destiny point left, everyone. Yes. I'll
You'll do
this.
that? Right, yeah, I'll sort of make a little... You on top of this ridge now have, like, found a chest-high wall,
Wonderful.
basically.
Oops.
You know, maybe it's some old fortification or some old watchtower once stood.
Perhaps.
It's like
It
some old-
comes up to like sarcasms.
There's not even a snake in it.
There's not even a snake in it.
Yeah, where you and Dessem can hide behind if
Yeah.
so wanted.
You have to
For
spend
for
an
shooting
anti-
attacks against you there, you get a plus 10 combat defense,
Hooray.
which is pretty damn good. Putting you at, I think, like 19 combat defense.
Well, time to open fire.
Yeah.
+1 from Dessem.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Roll.
I was thinking
Roll down the hill.
Nope. You spend a destiny point.
All right, against who?
The others were saying go for corn.
Corin. All right. Well, Yeah, I mean that's a hit for 1.
1 degree. Yeah, not expecting a lot. Really not expecting a lot. And he's wearing some form of armor, so it's probably not going to actually do anything. But,
How much damage do you do with it?
let me have a look. It would be 3 points of damage by base.
That will hit his sort of chink into his breastplate from behind. Nice shot, but no pain as far as you can see anyway.
Wait, didn't you have a... What? Okay.
I said.
He said that he's
What,
not very good.
what is that?
I thought you
I did
had...
say that.
Why is
Like
it
he gets
one
plus
%?
1 test die for it being a surprise round.
That's why
Do
it's
you have
3, I
2?
think.
Like an actual test die. Like he gets an extra, not a bonus die, a test die. Like plus 1d. Not plus 1b, plus 1d for a surprise
Yeah,
round.
that's what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I did not take that into account. Okay.
You can. I'll allow you to.
Well, no,
reroll
in
your
that case,
attack
that
if
would just like add the 1. Like that's what that would do. It would add
Yeah, I
the 1.
suppose.
Like there's no
Why is
need to
one crossed
reroll.
out?
Because
That's a
he
reroll.
treated it as a B and not a D. The 1 is crossed out because it's a bonus die, and due to how Sheet designed these macros, like bonus dice that get replaced are crossed out.
Okay.
So that would be a 12 instead. But that
Yeah.
still is 1 degree. Yeah. And now we do quickness tests.
Okay. Let's see how good I am at this.
Krell does not get his own.
That's a 3D. Minus 2 because the armor, an extra 1 because of the injury. And I cancel out one of these dice because I'm wounded. I have a 4. All right.
I'm surprisingly quick today.
I also think
Good.
that this would be the point.
I suppose I opened it.
I think I'm going to do a will save here for myself to see whether fucking Bree will charge the people that she hates. I have no idea what kind of modifier to give that.
Probably,
Did-
do you
take
get
the
the
wounds.
minuses? Because, I mean, you're kind of wounded and lethargic.
yes,
right?
like, but I'm not sure whether me failing means she charges. Whether,
No,
like,
yeah, that's
because-
true, because
like-
wounded, like...
No, I would
Right.
say
Would
failing
that be a
means...
bonus die? Because you're so wounded that you're like, oh, I don't really have the strength to...
It's
Yeah.
possible, like, I could give myself a test die because I'm wounded and a bonus die because I'm injured. I like that reasoning, because this is something I'm doing for myself.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Alright. And then, like, it's a +1 instead of a -1 because I'm injured. Okay. Okay, with that, yeah, she's gonna fucking realize, as much as she hates these people, that she has no
He's not
condition.
gonna let them win.
Basically, just be like, fucking like laying prone here behind the cover that Laenys found. Like, she's not even poking her head out. Just
If you're prone
Maybe-
behind
maybe
the
she
chest
can-
high wall, I'm gonna allow you to just not be seen.
fantastic.
That's what you want to do.
Yep. Bree's
I mean,
Bree's
you
like,
can
you know,
probably-
she remembers the smack and she remembers how her like arrogant like Sarah Cousin's like, oh, I can fucking handle everything. She's like, fine, fuck it, do it. In her head.
Half,
How
You can help
fast
me with
I?
aiming. I suppose.
16. Sprint.
half
All right.
that could
You move half in this sort of rough area.
Aww.
so 8.
I knew being 11 would give me benefits.
Nima will sprint there.
Now, nobody's calling you a coward. It's because, well, she's an 11-year-old girl from the Reach.
Yes.
Not really expected she would even be here, but she's different.
Aha.
This guy will be very surprised and like scramble to grab his bow and his arrows, and yeah, basically. Yes.
Shoot one of the
Laenys shall-
raiders? Or members, I guess? The big guys seem to have a lot of armor.
Hey, you won't get the bonus because you're going before Dessem is. He doesn't get to act first to assist you.
Yes, I
Next
know.
round,
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I think I will spend it. I think I will. What is it like? Wait or consider?
Pass,
Yeah.
I think.
No, you can like prepare or like there's some thing you can do to get a bonus next round, I think.
Yeah, that's pass.
You get two
You get
bonus
two
die.
bonus die for passing.
Okay.
I just don't know what the action's called. Yeah, he's basically going to spend some time and basically, evaluate the situation before taking the next shot.
Okay, you'll just delay, basically. Do the plus 2 bonus die. Yeah.
You aim, basically.
Right, I forgot her. But she will certainly
She is very quick.
move out, although she doesn't really want to be in front. She's not that experienced with it. Also, she can't, because Nima's faster than her. And that was you. All right. Well, this guy will scramble to grab his stuff, his weapon, and then move forward a little bit. This guy will also scramble to get his stuff, and then move away a little bit. This guy.
Because fuck that shining beacon of the hill.
Rhinoceros!
He hasn't even moved yet.
Take his bow out.
Alright. I'm going to spend a destiny point to ignore the environmental quality of bad terrain.
All right. How does he do that?
He just runs through it.
He just
Legolas jumps in the
he
shield.
just runs.
No, he just plows through it.
It's like that cheese
Sure.
thing in the United Kingdom where people like roll down the hill after the cheese. Like he just like launches himself.
Yeah.
Smashing through everything, stomping.
Yeah, he just
destroying all-
clears through it. He's
Sure, for this battle, you don't have to worry about it.
Boulders and trees just flying everywhere.
Then he sprints there.
This guy will quickly. He seems to be the most ready guy. Well, takes Halberd and
I bet that fucking attracted their attention now.
forward. This guy
Like
will
rocks and boulders being
replicate his stuff and
obliterated.
I can move too.
As Baseman says in chat, he activates his tank treads.
This guy will go to grab his weapon.